Hey, what's going on again, everybody? John here with Knight Shining Armor Paint Corrections, Ceramic Coatings, and Detailing. Today we have an unboxing video of the Sunjoe SPX 3000. Throughout my years in this business, I've never really splurged on a really expensive pressure washer. I didn't feel the need. I know everybody uses a Karcher or a few other pressure washers. I've had two different Sunjoe SPX 3000s last me 4 to 5 years. The first one died last year, and then the second one I had died just a couple weeks ago. It started to act up before we moved to Texas, and I didn't know if it was getting ready to die or what the deal was, but had to buy another one. I thought I would unbox it and show everybody my setup. You bear with me here. And ignore the mess, folks, because it is still quite the cluster bleep in here. We're still trying to get things organized and settled and still do work all at the same time, because money never sleeps, ever. We'll get this open. Get it unboxed. Then got to get everything switched over. I have a huge upgrade in terms of a hose, and I don't use the proprietary, if I can talk today, wand and hose that comes with these, because they're, I don't want to say they're crap, but for professional use, it's just not going to work. So here's the handle with the soap dispensers. I don't use those either. Here's the hose with the proprietary ends. You got to buy an extension, but I got a 50-foot hose that I use. Let's get all this stuff out of here. So here we have the pressure washer itself. This bag smells like lacquer thinner. I don't know why they just don't wrap the cord up in here. You want to make it a trick to get it out of here. You don't want to use a knife. You cut the hose and all that BS. Instructions, screws for the handle. Excuse me. You got the tips for the wand. So let's get this together. Turned around. I am disappointed these don't come in colors anymore. They used to come in colors. Then you could designate if you had multiple pressure washers like we do. It's in the middle of a detail earlier in the week and realized this thing took a giant dump, or the old one took a giant dump. We had to go to our backup, which doesn't have as much power, that we use for our spot-free rinse. And of course, I was right in the middle of starting to rinse off the engine bay, and the old one finally went down. Quite alarming, folks. We don't do a lot of unboxing videos, but I figured I would do one for this, show everybody our setup. While it's not your just normal basic setup, we have upgraded our system a little bit, especially with the hose. Have an MTM snub nose wand, and we have quick disconnects at the bottom of the pressure washer here. Actually, it's on the back here, my bad. And I may put a quick disconnect for the hose just to make life easier, because you never know when you're going to need to disconnect the hose in a hurry. We have one for our self-made extractor wet dry vac, a quick disconnect for the water, and it really made life easy. I'm going to go ahead and put these few screws in here. And then I'm going to go get the old unit, and show you what we have in terms of the few upgrades we have on that. And we'll get everything switched over. What kind of pressure washer is everybody else using out there? Maybe you're watching this video for the first time and you want to have a pressure washer at home, or maybe you're just starting out in your detailing business, and sorry, I got sidetracked, folks. I can multitask, but sometimes I lose myself in the train of thought. Guy was saying maybe you're just starting out your detailing business and you're looking for a pressure washer. This is a good entry-level pro-grade option if you do a few upgrades to it. Because if you're limited to the proprietary wand and hose, and if I can remember, I'll put a link in the description below. There is some adapters you can get from Obsessed Garage, which is where we got to turn the original hose here into having a quick disconnect. We don't need that anymore, but I'll try to remember to put everything in the description below of all the upgrades and stuff that we did to our old one. And I must be drawing a brain fart here, so I'm left with 2 more screws. It's what I thought, but I wasn't sure. So what's everybody doing for Memorial Day? This is Friday as we're filming this. It's going to be pretty nice here in Texas. We're going to hit the 90s today. I had to leave today unbooked, not only for this video, but when you're trying to do work moving into a new location, you want to, like I said, time is money, everybody. You stack them, pack them, and rack them as much as you can. So I've got the screws in this, except for this last one right here. If I can find the hole, and that's what she said, find the hole. There it is, just wasn't quite tight enough. There we go. I'm going to pause the video, go get the old pressure washer, get it up here, and we'll start switching everything over. All right, now we're back. Here's our upgraded hose with a quick disconnect with an adapter that will allow us to be able to hook it into the back of this pressure washer. As most of these entry-level washers like this, you have to buy an adapter for to be able to use a good foam cannon or snub nose wand. You grab a pair of channel locks or a pair of pliers here. Ooh, this stuff must have gotten wet either in the move or in storage, which is not good. Let's give this a little snug. We don't want to over tighten it and bleep it all up. Great. There we go. Boom. All right. Let's get this hooked up to water and see how she works. We'll see the, some real-time use in some upcoming videos. But for now, let's get the and for the hose on there, and let's go see how she works. So we're back, got the water hooked up, got it plugged in. I like to try to run all the air out of the line first, so you're not running that thing dry while the motor's going. Once we have all the air out of it, we will kick it on. I think we're about good, almost good. Still a little bit more air. All right. Get the tip in it, kick it on. Always aim it at the ground. You first put the tip in, and works like a champ. Let me shut this. Like I said earlier, folks, what do you think? Hopefully y'all can see me. What do you use for your pressure washer? Are some of you still using a foam gun on the end of a garden hose? Are you using a foam cannon with an entry-level pressure washer like this? Or do you have some high fancy dollar pressure washer and wand and reel and all that stuff? We've been using Sunjoes for years, and I don't, unless somebody wants to bring me a pressure washer that just absolutely blows my mind, it's a pressure washer. And I know that all about, gallons per minute and PSI and all that stuff. We don't need a gas-powered, a 110 electric-powered pressure washer will do just fine, in my opinion. Hopefully everybody has a great Memorial Day weekend. Stay safe, everybody. Once again, my name is John. We are Knight in Shining Armor, paint correction, ceramic coatings, and detailing. We will see everybody in the next video. Have a great, safe Memorial Day, y'all. Drink one for me. See y'all soon.